George Sisson, what's he mean to Dan Barone? Or and he also refers to you as Barone.
First of all, he's a good friend. I mean, he's just a genuine person that just will do anything for you, works hard, and is just a great person in life. I mean, he's a great friend.
I understand his first year was the same as your year in first year in Jamestown, and I guess one of his first jobs in Jamestown was to pick you up at the airport.
Yeah, he picked me up in this little red car. We had to stop twice to fill it up with oil to make sure that we got there. And this was the first thing I told my mom when I got to the hotel. I'm like, I don't know what pro ball is going to be like. I got picked up. We had to fill up for oil. I was like, I didn't know if we were going to make it. But George is like, it's fine. I do this all the time. So, I mean, he made it very nice. I mean, he's just a great guy to be around. And, I mean, he's done well with this program. You got Vargas, hardworking. Taylor Tinkersley, great guy. I mean, he's just, awesome. Brett Carroll, by far, awesome person. I mean, man of God, he's great. I mean, he's there to help everybody. I mean, the only time I associate with Benny was when I was in his garden, helping him out in his garden. He had his garden. Yeah, he had a garden out there. Yeah, on left field line, right by the bullpens.
Then after the first year, were you disappointed when they said, "Hey, Dan, we'd like you to go back to Jamestown again"?
Disappointed isn't the word. I was crushed. I mean, no problem with coming. I mean, Jamestown's fine and everything, but to repeat a level, and I had to sit in extended Florida Coast League. It's called extended spring. I was there for 3 months or 2.5 months before I even got to come to Jamestown. So, I mean, getting up every morning, working hard, and then coming back here. I mean, it paid off. I mean, now that I look back on it, I think, thank God that I went through all that. I mean, I ended up having the best year of my life. I mean, I pitched really well. And
did he talk much about his days as a major leaguer?
He did. He just kind of let us know about what to do when you get that chance to get there, if you do get there, or if you get called up, and you don't talk to anybody. You let them come talk to you. You go make sure you say hi to the manager. Talking about clubhouse dues and all that. He just let us know. He learned us about the game.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't one of those coaches that said, "Well, I hit this many home runs." I mean, he was just a very humble guy that helped us out a lot. He was a great manager. I loved playing for him.
As it turned out, by him going to the major leagues, I think he may have been the first ever to go.
To do that?
Yeah, to do
yeah,
that.
That's unbelievable.
It really
Just
is.
a great guy. I mean, for some reason, the Marlins find some great people to be around. I mean, and Volstad is right up there on the top. He's a good person. Great ball player, too. Yeah, hits the ball a mile. He's just a great clubhouse guy. Tell you a little story. When we got called up to North Carolina, Greensboro the next year, he hit 3 back-to-back walk-off home runs.
Wow.
I mean, I've never seen that done before. It was first time being in a walk-off home run, and then he did it 2 nights later, or 2 nights in a row. That was an unbelievable experience. I mean, he's a great hitter. Chris Harvey, didn't really talk to him too much. Quiet guy, but just did his work on the field. I know when I got called up, they sent me, I got called up to North Carolina, to Greensboro, and they sent, all my stuff was here because I got called up on the road. Well, Nickerson decides to stuff my bag full of tuna fish sandwiches. And we're on the road for 2 weeks, and we get back, and the whole clubhouse in Carolina is just awful. It smells like a dead fish in there. Everybody's like, "What's that smell? What's that smell?" Well, I go to my bag, and I'm just like, I almost ready to puke. It was just awful. Nickerson left a note in there, "Gotcha." Started in Double-A Carolina, moved up to Albuquerque, got the phone call August 8th, you're going to the big leagues.
All right, stop there for a second. You're pitching in Albuquerque, and obviously now you're Triple-A. Now you can smell it.
Feel it.
Feel it. Were there rumblings throughout July and August that if either a player move, an injury, that you might be in the pecking order?
You know, I never thought it, to be honest with you. I thought that I'd finish the year in Zebulon, North Carolina. I never thought I was going to get called up to AAA that year. And when they gave me that shot, I was just like, wow, this is where I'll stay the rest of the year. I'm not going to move anymore. I'm not on the 40-man roster. Like, I'd love to get that opportunity. I went 5-0, started looking at it, well, maybe I got a shot. I went 6-0, I'm like, maybe, you know, hopefully they give me the call. I finished 7-0 there, and they gave me the call about 2 weeks later.
How'd that work? When they say give you the call, did you go to the manager's office? Is that what happened?
I first found out it was on the internet. I mean, my agent calls me and says, dude, you're in the rotation against the Mets. And I said, what?
No, that's how you found out.
I'm like, what are you talking about? And he says, well, it says here that you may pitch against the Mets at, you know, Shea Stadium. And I said, no, that can't be right. That's wrong. And that next day I went in the office. Dean Trainer pulls me in the office and says, hey, I want to, you know, who do you got coming up? This is a big start for us, you know. And I said, I know, I'm looking forward to it. We were a game and a half back at the time, and we were going to go play Oklahoma, big series. And he's like, you know who we got? You know the hitters and everything? And I told him, well, you know, I haven't got to look at the roster yet. I haven't played them yet. This will be my first time playing Oklahoma. Well, he tells me, he goes, no, you're not playing Oklahoma. You're going to go play New York. And I said, what? You know, he said, you're going to go to Shea Stadium. You got, you know, Jose Reyes, Beltran, those guys. Those are the guys you need to worry about right now. And my heart dropped, and it was just, I'll never forget that moment. It was unbelievable.
So what was your next move? Did you call Mom and Dad?
We ran out there. I mean, I didn't even feel myself walking, to be honest with you. Called Mom, Dad, girlfriend, Grandpa, everybody. Everybody had 24 hours to get to New York.
Yeah.
And it was it was hectic as all get out. I mean, they're trying to find a flight that's under $1,000 a piece, you know, just to get there. And thank God, I mean, we were able to pull it off. They all showed up, my grandparents, my mom, my dad, my stepdad, my girlfriend. And it was neat to have them all there.
So you walk into Shea Stadium for the first time. You have a Marlins uniform on.
Yeah.
Give us your emotion. I mean, this is the dream. That's right.
This is a dream. It was just unbelievable. I mean, I went in and introduced myself to Freddie, introduced myself to the guys. I mean, Dontrell, I'm sitting here shaking hands with Dontrell Willis and Miguel Cabrera. I mean, it was awesome watching them in the World Series. I remember watching them. And to be able to meet them and play with them is just unbelievable. And I went out there on the field. I made sure that I did not look up in the stands. You know, I was like, just keep yourself in between these lines and you'll be fine. Throw a first pitch strike. It's just the same game. And it was raining and windy, cold, but I didn't feel it. I was just on a different cloud than anybody, I think. It was just a great experience. And I got out there, threw that first pitch strike, and I was like, here we go, we can go now.
Right.
So it was great.
What a thrill.
I just think the biggest thing is just, for me, was just not to give up. I mean, no matter what it looks like, is you got to keep going 100% and keep your faith in the Lord, and everything's going to work out. It's just memories here. This is where we started, and it was a great experience.
Well, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.